Welcome back. We have one of our favorite guests and past host of the show, Chris from Southgate Centre. So nice to see you.
Great to see you too, Shan.
So
Thank you.
lots of exciting things happening. Expansion. Tell us about it.
Man, is it happening? I'll tell you. They are busy on the ground and everything is ripped up parking lot. I mean, the grounds, we lost some gardens, but progress is happening and it's happening quickly. I started the middle of July. And we had to put up with a lot of loud noises and just sharing the roadway and that with large machinery. But they have leveled the ground. The footings are in. The plumbing is in too, like for the groundwork.
So they literally hit the ground running.
Yeah. And we are building up from there. So we're moving on up. They did water main work, and as I say, they're wanting to get everything in, and I think
Enclosed?
Right, enclosed so that in the wintertime they can continue to work. Okay. But it's exciting to see finally, after all of these years, I want to thank everyone who has supported this, right from City Council, obviously it is their building, to the taxpayers, to all of our members and the supporters we've had over time.
Volunteers okay. So what does this expansion bring to the Southgate Centre?
So a lot of additional program space. So that's probably the number one thing. We were bursting at the seams. The demographics that we serve, for people who don't know, Southgate is for adults over 50. It is an adult rec and community center. We were, kind of joking about it being like a playground or a daycare for those over 50. Lots of things happening. So we needed more space for programming. And so this is giving us a triple hall that can be divided into three, but it also can host up to about 400 people at one time. So it also enables us to do some of those community events that come up where we need space for larger groups.
So people that are looking to do expos or big galas or
Call me.
things that, or is it safe to say that it could be used as a wedding space, a wedding venue?
100%. We've actually already booked a wedding for 2026.
Oh, wonderful.
So
Okay.
Couldn't talk all the details with them, but we have done that. So that's very positive. And it's all of those things, Shannon. So you know it. And it will be beautiful because now we truly are Southgate at the park, because that's where the expansion is. For those of you who have been there before, you used to come in just by the stone gates. Now the entrance will be at Victoria Street, or the section we were using for exiting is now going to also be an entrance and exit. Okay. So dual there too. But we're right on the park, so we've got beautiful, beautiful space and lots of social space also. That's the other thing. There will be a lounge area. There will be a bar area too, but lots of seating so that it gives us some differentiation from where people are going to be loud and boisterous and active, so that people can come in and find a quiet spot. Okay. Coffee is always free at Southgate Centre, thanks to Wellington Street Denture Clinic. So thank you, shout out to that sponsor. They have been fabulous over the last, I would say, 9 years. They've been supporting us, 10 actually. We hit a 10-year. But it's really about programming. It's about community. It's about a location where people can come and feel that they belong. It's a safe space. Yeah. We're seeing, it is just, there's deplorable conditions out there. Seniors are struggling. They're struggling financially. Not everyone, obviously, but for those who are, and who need a safe space, this is it. And also isolation. When I talk about the struggle, it doesn't matter your social status. It's about just feeling isolated and alone. Right. And unfortunately, as times change and people's health maybe changes or the people around them change, people need people, right, and they need a place to belong. And that's what Southgate Centre is and always has been and will continue to be, but in a much larger form. So super excited about it.
Oh, for sure. I'm excited to see this expansion. It was already such a great facility, but to see how much it's going to grow and how many new people are joining on a regular basis. Just that transition of if you've gone to work for 40 hours a week and then all of a sudden you retire and go, now what am I going to do?
What do I do?
And it just gives people that purpose again to get out there and like you said, to be with other people and connect, because if you're not with your colleagues 40 hours a week, then eventually it kind of gets lonely.
It does. And people need a purpose. We all do, right? And whether we want to admit it or not, we need each other and we need something to do. So that leads me to, do we still have some time that I can talk a little bit about what's happening?
Sure, we still have time. Yeah, we do.
Okay, awesome. I'm going to, so while we talk about change, we have changed. So during the construction, we are limited on what's being offered at Southgate Centre. Parking is at a premium. We're doing roadside as well as at the park side. But we do still have some programming happening at Southgate Centre, and then all of the other programming is off-site. So
throughout the community.
Throughout the community.
Okay.
So I urge everyone, swing by, grab a newsletter, or you can also pick up newsletters at the Reeves Complex, Reeves Community Complex, or at Sally Creek Community Center. At this present time, we are there Tuesdays and Thursdays running programming. We're at Reeves Community Complex from the gymnasium to the mezzanine 5 days a week. At both of those locations, we're always having the social time and complimentary coffee. This is my cheat sheet. I'm not going to bore you with all of that, but Southgate continues to offer their hot lunches as well as their grab-and-go items at Southgate Centre, but also at the Reeves Complex, and then the hot meals are happening at Sally Creek Community Center.
Okay.
And if you haven't been at Sally Creek Community Center, that whole community is just beautiful, from the houses to the people as well as the facility. So we've been very fortunate to be allowed to rent that facility during the duration of the build. And programming that we have there are a lot of our fitness programs. We also are doing social programs there, the food, our cultural dinners will be there, and the list goes on and on.
Okay. Well, it's great to hear that you guys are still able to offer the same amount, or if not, it sounds like potentially more programming even during that construction phase. And super excited to hear you hopefully come back maybe in a few weeks and give us an update on what's happening in October and what's happening with the expansion.
Would love to. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thanks for being on the show again. It's always nice to have you on.
Thanks, Shannon.
We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.